Hi guys.
Hello.
Today we are going to be talking about education and the importance of it, what's not important, how we view it, and our plans for little Miss Joe. So this should be interesting. I have a formal education in regards to kindergarten up to high school. I was in private school my first 8 years, longer if you want to include preschool. And then I went to public high school, so from grades 9 to 12. And then after that, I went to college, not immediately afterward, but I did go to college and I got a bachelor's degree, and then I continued on to get my master's, and I didn't complete my master's for various reasons. I know, but I didn't complete it for various reasons.
And then for me, our school, I grew up in Canada, so our school system's a little different. Junior high goes from 7 to 9, and then high school's from 10 to 12, that's right. And then after that, I came down to California, went to school, JC, and then I went to a 4-year. School is one of those things that was always a challenge for me. I was never an A student, but because I played a sport, played basketball, it helped me work my butt off to get like B's and C's to get by.
So the reason why we chose to do this segment, I don't know, JoJo's doing her own thing. But the reason we chose to do this is, if you saw last week's video, we talked about us doing a 21-day cleanse where pretty much we aren't watching TV and we're not really talking on the phone or texting. We're staying away from social media, except for if you follow our Choose Perfect page, we still post on there and we do engage, not as much as engaging as we typically will do, but we do engage with our followers on there. And then we said that we would post regularly on YouTube. During our cleanse, pretty much, you know, we were watching a lot of inspirational, kind of motivational, and financial kind of, I guess, material that we're watching. And I know it said no TV, but we're not. We're watching influencers.
Yeah.
So people who are pros at like finance and like motivational speakers and stuff like that. We're learning about finances, and when you are single, you don't think about this kind of stuff. But when you get into a serious relationship, committed relationship, or when you're married, it is very important to talk about finances, right? Mm-hmm. Because I bring what I bring to the table, she brings what she brings to the table. And I don't mean like literally like money aspect, but their financial knowledge, right? And how that looks and works as a unit. Mm-hmm. And we just think about like what it is that we want to teach Joe, and the stuff that we've learned like about investments or whatnot. We weren't taught this in school, and I know if the majority of you went to traditional school, you weren't taught about this.
For us, education part came up because we have Joelle now, and we think about education and what is important to us now and what we know now through education, through our own education. We both agree that as long as Joelle has some sort of interest and is doing something productive, she doesn't have to, we're not going to force her and say, oh, you must go to a 4-year college or you must do this. We are very much on the path of letting her express her own individuality.
There are a lot of people who are successful who have just a high school education.
Because if you think about it, look at our education system right now, before college and even during college. It doesn't apply to today. We've been learning the same thing for years and years, like same things that my parents, you know, and grandparents learned. It's very outdated.
We don't want to keep her on a traditional track. And we're not talking about like grade school or whatnot. We mean like in regards to her going to like college or something. We want to be able to teach her everything that we've learned and that we know, and have an open relationship with her to be able to decide what it is that she wants to do. Like for instance, for me, I really didn't have any direction right out of high school, so it took me a couple of years from when I graduated to be able to go to school. And then when I did go to school, it took me like maybe 12 years to finish my undergrad, right? And undergrad is what, 4 to 5 years.
You finished.
I did finish, but it took
That's
a
all
long
that matters.
time, you know? And maybe in the future we'll go into depth and to share my personal story as to why I don't necessarily push school or traditional school on people. I used to be super pro education and you know, going to get a higher education or whatnot. I've been educated on a lot more things since then, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have known before I got myself an almost $100,000 debt in student loans, you know, for a degree that I pretty much am not using.
That's a whole nother topic. I was never ever like very good at school. I worked really hard and got, you know, barely passing grades. I was always good with my hands. Give me anything to do with my hands and I can do it. I mean, I did get my 4-year degree, but purely because when I got out of high school, you know, I was, you know, offered scholarship. Sports helped me complete my education. But otherwise, I probably would have done a trade or something.
But even still, you're not using your degree.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right? I mean, and luckily for you, you were able to go to school on a scholarship, right?
Right, so it's not like...
But still, you're not even using the degree. So it's like you get a free education, or you pay for your education, or you get loans for your education, and then it's like, for what? Like, I don't know the percentages, but I'm sure a lot of people who go to college don't have...
It's a high percentage.
Yeah, they don't have the degrees, or excuse me, they are not in the line of work that they got a degree in.
Yeah. Anyways, that's our 2 cents in that regards. Hope you guys found it interesting.
Yeah, and we're still working on our 21-day cleanse. We have about a week or so, a little over a week left. Next week we'll also be doing a segment about what we have been doing during our 21-day cleanse. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye-bye. Like what you see? Make sure you tune in every Sunday and remember to like, share, and subscribe.